This is so crazy that we voted for Trump. We trust him with the word that he promised us Latinos. This is crazy that starting next week, multiple cities will be hitting immigration. That is so crazy that multiple people are scared to go to work. When I work at a lot of Latinos and I go to work, and that's crazy because we have a living too. I hate that I voted for him. Now I'm so scared for my family and y'all family. Y'all, we need to come together and do something about it.
But what do you think? Does she have a right to complain?
For those that don't know, the Supreme Court ruled Monday for the Trump administration and agreed U.S. immigration agents may stop and detain anyone they suspect in the U.S. illegally based on little more than working at a gas station, at a restaurant, at a car wash, speaking Spanish, or having brown skin. That is all they need. If you speak Spanish or have brown skin, you are in danger. My family's in danger. And we have to step up. We have to be the change. We have to spread the word. Make sure to keep your family as safe as you can. Let them be informed. And that's the best that we can do.
And I do hope that all you Latinos for Trump never have a day of peace now that the Supreme Court has made it legal for ICE to stop you based on your race. Because some of you are darker than me. Some of you look more paisa than me. And I hope you get stopped. And I hope you get frisked. I hope that in some cases, some people have shown their IDs, their real IDs and stuff like that. And the ICE officers should say that this is fake. And they apprehend them anyways. I hope that happens to every last one of you. I hate you.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme, and I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this, but you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile.
It's been happening frequently at the 323 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
That's unfair.
Wow.
It is unfair.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I can't do it.
Let me ask
I don't
you.
know how I'm going to say that to my mom. My mom has a bad time.
It's like when I see stuff like that, I'll be kind of sad because I'll be wanting to care. Like, it's like 10% of me, like, I'll be wanting to care, but then I'll be like, yeah, you didn't. You didn't give a fuck. Not until it started affecting y'all anyway. I will vote for Donald Trump. Hey, that shit kind of slide, though. I will vote, yeah, for Donald Trump. Y'all was getting it. Y'all was jigging. See, but why y'all got to do that, though? Like, why y'all gotta like make songs and wear the merchandise and wear the hat and get the tattoo? That's too many receipts of y'all looking stupid. I mean, I fuck with the bars, I fuck with the flow, but y'all gotta change the lyrics up a little bit now. Y'all gotta change the lyrics up. Now y'all gotta be like, Donald Trump, yeah, he got my vote. Yeah, now Donald Trump putting us on the board. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say Trump, you gotta roll the R's with it. It's dope though.
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. We love you. We love you. All the way to the White House.
Beyond betrayed. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that it was not going to touch the documented people.
They are being starved. They are thirsty, only given 1 cup of water per day, are denied bathroom privileges, are denied medical attention. People in ICE concentration camps are losing their lives. And don't even think about saying FAFO, fuck around and find out, to these people in ICE detention centers. It is a shame that members of the Black community started the trend, and so many other people followed. This is an updated voting poll.
Updated.
Brown people voted for Kamala Harris more. But you fall for the colonizers' divisive tactics, the inaccurate voting polls, the initial propaganda. It is immature and immoral to be centering that type of behavior in response to a community that is being mass deported, imprisoned in concentration camps, and tossed out of the country to who knows where without any rights or contact to any lawyer or family. When we should be focused on solidarity, and this has to stop immediately. Especially those of you who claim to be activists perpetuating this FAFOBS nonsense.
Shouts out to Aaliyah, because this is where it was on her page when I first saw this lady, this Mexican lady. And then I went to her page and she doubled down and literally said that they helped us during the Civil War, which is a lie. And the Mexicans helped free the slaves. First of all, Mexico had slavery themselves that wasn't abolished until 1829 or 1830 or something, somewhere around there. And the president that abolished slavery in Mexico was Afro-Indigenous. I don't know why they keep leaving that part out. He looked more like a negro than he looked like. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And when we were down there, we was fighting beside them. We was helping to protect their borders. They conveniently leave that out. All this civil rights, nobody that was not fighting with us for civil rights. Is a lie and a scam, not as a collective. And they know a lot of them are anti-black. It is so crazy that they keep blaming us. First of all, we've been saying fuck around and found out, just like we've been saying a whole bunch of other shit that they co-opt and steal and turn into something else. Fuck around and found out never really had no political meaning. That's just how black people talk. Bitch, fuck around and find out. That's how we talk. Why do they keep blaming us and centering us when we are not the ones that's putting them in concentration camps? We do not yield, nor do we hold the power to deport them. They are focusing on the wrong people. Why y'all not mad at MAGA? Why y'all not sticking it to the white man? I mean, we just got to call it a spade a spade. It's so weird that the Mexican and the Latino community keeps coming for black people. It's because we're not putting our bodies, we're not sacrificing our bodies and going and running out and standing on the front lines. Is that what it is? Why they got so much animosity toward us like we're the ones that's doing this to them? We're not inflicting any pain on you. And as per Aaliyah's video, because I never saw that initial video, she played a video of a bullhead clear guy coining fuck around and find out for political purposes. Once again, stealing our shit, renaming, reclassifying it, giving it a different meaning. We're not making fun of y'all like that. We really ain't. We don't give a... It's unfortunate, but stop blaming. You're pointing,
I am in so much shock with the amount of Latinos for Trump that are now coming out saying we feel so backstabbed, we feel so betrayed, we feel used now that our families are being deported even though they're not criminals. You didn't feel that way when Donald Trump was talking about the Mexican families that he was going to be deporting. You didn't feel that way when he spoke about other minority groups that he was going to be deporting. But now that it's affecting your family, your uncle, your cousin, now you want to cry about it? Now you want to cry crocodile tears? Girlfriend, I don't feel bad for you.
What's up, family? Latinos for Trump just keep taking L's. This is Roberta Mosqueda. Roberto is a self-proclaimed Trump supporter, one of the biggest who ever lived. He's the greatest who's ever done it. I'm talking about swings from Trump's disco balls. Well, after voting for Trump, Roberto was deported. Yeah, fam, he was deported. He was not deported back to his hometown or his native land of Cuba. He was deported to Africa. Yes, fam, he was deported to Africa, the motherland. Make sense? Perhaps. Now, Roberto is now on a hunger strike. He's on a hunger strike, protesting his detention. Yeah, fam. He's on a hunger strike, protesting his detention. All because he voted for Donald Trump, your president. Yeah, and Trump got word of it, and this is the expression that he had when one of his staffers told him that this guy was on a hunger strike, and he was looking to somehow be allowed back into the country. And if you look at the picture closely, you can kind of like feel the room out. The person who told Trump that is on the left of Trump. So Trump turned his head to the right. Yeah, fam. So he voted for Trump and got deported. I ain't got no problem with that. That's right. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. All you Trump supporters, any kind of hard times you fall on, you deserve it. Anything you get into any kind of financial jam, you deserve it. Whatever type of hard time you fall on while he's in office, you deserve it. Because you was warned well in advance. It ain't like this is a surprise. But I'm going to tell you what happened, man. I'll tell you what happened. Here's what happened. The supporters, they thought that voting for Trump would save them and that Trump was just going to punish everybody else, including the blacks in other ways. They thought, hey, man.
So next time, ask yourself, am I a Trump supporter because I'm ashamed of where I came from? Dig deep, because I feel like that's exactly what that is.
So Latinos for Trump have finally spoken against him. It took y'all long enough. Actually, y'all should have did that shit before y'all even elected this man. Because I'm saying, yes, y'all helped elect this man. And now what's going on in Los Angeles is y'all fault. It is y'all fault. Y'all divided y'all vote. And you put this man in office. And what is he doing? He's going against people who are innocent. He's rounding up anybody and everybody that looks like your demographic. He don't give a fuck about warrants. Hell, I am so happy to see that y'all are out there. The ones that didn't vote for him are out there fighting against these ICE agents and not allow them to take anybody. Now, I'm going to say this. Y'all need to pay attention because they will deploy the National Guard if they get access to that shit. That is ICE agent director's initiative tonight, is to try to get the National Guard on the ground against everybody that is protesting these roundups against ICE agents. So, y'all in my prayers. That's all I can do. Y'all are in my prayers. But Latinos for Trump, y'all asses should be out there. This is y'all fault. This is partly y'all fault that your people are being rounded up like cattle and sent to places that some of them have never seen before. Get y'all asses out there. Don't do a call out on the damn internet or media. Go get on the ground.
As a white person, as a black person, as anyone, how?
So I was going to put this as a comment, but you already have thousands of comments on there, and I didn't think you would probably see it. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and stitch this for other people who have the same thought process as you. It's not that black people don't see this as a problem. We know it's a problem. We know it's an issue. We're just tired. We told you, and not you as specifically you, we told you as the country what is going to happen. We knew this was going to happen, and people still voted him into office. You don't need to talk to black people and ask black people where we are and why we aren't doing anything and why we aren't standing up, because black people have always been standing up. Black women have always been standing up. We're the ones that show up and show out every single time. We're the ones that when people go out to a party, that was the latest conversation. When people go to a party, they don't feel comfortable with a group of people around unless they see black people there, black women around. They tell their children, if you're in trouble, to go find a big black man because they know that person's going to help and take care of them. We know. We are tired of carrying everyone on our backs. That is what's going on. We are not standing up in the streets and protesting this because why? You say in that video, what if your family members were one day gone and you couldn't do anything about it? It happens to us on a daily basis. On a daily basis, our family members are getting slaughtered by police for nothing. Because of a black man getting killed by police, the largest Black Lives Matter movement in history around the world occurred because of black people. This is happening because of your people. Your people voted for him. Look at those numbers for who showed up and voted for Trump. Hispanics for Trump, Latinas for Trump. Those are the people who voted for him. We did our part. That is why you aren't seeing us in the street. It's not that we don't lack empathy or compassion. It's that we are tired. We have been there, done that. You also talk about how you are being hunted down and treated like animals. Let's not forget the pan-Atlantic slave trade that happened with black people. And once we were released from slavery, we were then used as experimentation for medical advancements. We were treated like treated inhumane. We were treated like animals. That is why
We are tired. And the generation of the people we have right now, like me talking, is because we are not our ancestors. We are not going to be repeating the exact same things that happened to us and allowing for you all to sit here and run us over. You guys did not do what you had to do to show up and show out and vote. I don't care. I don't know who you voted for. I don't care who you voted for. It's the Hispanic community as a whole. That's who you need to be talking to. You don't need to come over here and bring black people into it, and why aren't black people, and how could you not feel this way if you were white or black? Have empathy. Black people have empathy. We know, but we've been there and we're done that and we're tired. And so that's where we stand on this. And then on your first video, your part 1 video, you also said you just want to go back to how things were. You just wanted to go back to when there was peace. If you think that there was ever peace, that shows a privilege that you have. That is a privilege that you had as not being black in America, because there was never peace for us. Never. We could never walk into any workspace and feel 100% comfortable. We can never just walk outside our houses and feel 100% comfortable. We don't know what's going on. I'm 34 years old. As a child, I'm taught, if you get pulled over by a police, if you see police trying to pull you over, don't just pull off to the side of the road. Pull into a parking lot, a gas station where it's well lit, because you don't know who's going to pull you over. You don't know what that police officer is going to do to you. You don't know what that person at work is going to do to you. That is what we deal with on a daily basis. So no, we have empathy. We understand. But we're not going to go parade in the street anymore, because that is somebody else's turn. And I hope that you hear what I'm saying and you take that in, and you go and you talk to your people. You talk to other people about it. You guys go out in the street and you protest to get him impeached and to turn all of these things over that are happening with ICE, because that's not our job anymore. We are done. We are tired. I hope and I wish you well, but it's not our job.
You were singing all that mess, talking about I we bo for Donald Trump. And now you're screaming, shouting, acting like we're supposed to give a damn about your husband being deported after you were singing, talking about I love my freedom. But your man ain't free no more, is he? Like we're supposed to have to give. Who said that?
A wave of disappointment. One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. Now speaking out in Miami, a Republican stronghold, as the recent wave of deportations hits home and the Trump administration moved to end temporary legal status, or TPS, for more than 500,000 people who arrived during the Biden administration. Elena Conde says she came here from Cuba on humanitarian parole in 2023. Her husband, Ariel Lara, crossed the border with Mexico twice, once in 2019 when he was detained and deported, and then again in 2022.
Wait. So he was deported during the Trump administration the first time. Because I want to make sure, because, you know, the news, they spin this narrative to try to make things to be completely different than what it is. So he was deported in 2019, which means that he came over here illegally. And then he came over here again. Let me double check to hear what they're about to say.
6 weeks ago, he was taken into custody. Ariel Lara crossed the border with Mexico twice, once in 2019 when he was detained and deported, and then again in 2022.
So he came over here during a time where everybody else was like, yo, it's popping over there in the United States of America. Biden is, you know, having a good time. He's letting everybody in. So basically everybody is coming in illegally. And now they're complaining that Trump, who deported him in 2021 or 2019, Trump deported him in 2019. He came over during the Biden administration. And this is why people were absolutely positively gung-ho about making sure that we were critical over who comes into our borders. And you're sitting there telling us or the Trump administration that they're wrong for deporting them because they got temporary legal status, or not even legal status, but they got temporary protective status to be here inside the United States of America because of the president that was here in the first place, who, by the way, Kamala Harris was the border czar. I'm not going to ever let y'all go forget that. I am going to shout that to the mountaintops because I don't want her popping up in 2028 and y'all having a lapse of judgment or memory as to what was going on. You can't get mad if you are the one that is committing the crimes. You crossing over here illegally. You got warrant the first time, you got deported, and then you came over here again, and now you're getting deported again by the same president that then deported you the first time. And y'all want to get mad. Wake the fuck up, honestly. Wake up. You not a victim. It's criminal activity that's happening in the United States of America.
I got deported because I voted for Donald Trump. Now everybody's getting deported, but they all voted for Donald Trump.
All right, black women, this still ain't our fight. This is not our fight, because we told them. Okay? Remember, Latinos for Trump.
So, Latinas who proudly supported Trump, now saying they feel betrayed after immigration enforcement affected their own families and communities. Some are asking for support from the minority groups, including Black Americans, and it started a bigger conversation about political choices, accountability, and solidarity. One thing many Black Americans are saying is, we warned you. Like for years, people talk about what stricter immigration policies could mean. Like some believe those policies would only affect other people. Others felt that because they supported Trump, they would somehow be protected. But when the policies are enforced, they don't always make the exemption people expect. And that's why many people are saying this is a wake up call. Like a lot of Black Americans online are responding by saying they remember being dismissed whenever they raised concerns. Like they said they were called dramatic or accused of, fear mongering, and their message now is simple, like you didn't listen when Black folks were warning you, and now look at where you are. And many feel frustrated because they believe some people only cared about what benefited their own community. And there wasn't much concern when policies seemed like they would hurt immigrants, Black communities, or other minority groups. The attitude often felt like, as long as my family is okay, it doesn't matter. And these policies always work that way. It doesn't like this politics doesn't always work that way. It doesn't care who you are. Even if you supported someone, you're going to get affected by it, even though you thought it's going to protect you. And sometimes the same policies people like support eventually affects them to like, that's the reality, and it becomes so bigger and so harder to like ignore. And that's why like many people are saying that elections have consequences. Voting isn't just about today, it's about thinking through what policies could mean for everyone, not just ourselves. And now, does that mean like people can change their minds? Of course they can. People grow and they learn, and sometimes it takes experiencing something personally before they understand what others were trying to explain. But changing your mind doesn't automatically erase how others feel. Like some Black Americans are saying they aren't interested in being like asked to rescue people who ignored their concerns for years. They believe trust has to be earned and not demanded the moment things become difficult. And their argument is, when we spoke up, where were you? Like, we were trying to warn you, but you didn't listen. You dismissed us. You dismissed the community that has been going through the same thing in this country, like for the longest time. And from their perspectives, they already tried to build solidarity, but it wasn't returned. Like, the black people said no. And this situation also reminds us why minority communities often become stronger when they work together instead of against each other. Whether someone is black, Latino, African, or from other minority backgrounds, policies can eventually affect everyone. When communities only fight for themselves, they become even easier to divide. And many people online are saying this should be a lesson about thinking beyond our own immediate interest, because it's so easy to support something when you believe someone else will pay the price. Then it becomes harder when you realize that your family is going to get affected too. And that doesn't mean people deserve to suffer, but it does mean that choices have consequences. So some black Americans are choosing not to get involved because they feel emotionally exhausted. They believe they spent years trying to explain their possible outcome and were ignored. Others believe that this is an opportunity to rebuild relationships if people genuinely admit they were wrong and commit to standing with their communities in the future. But both reactions exist and both come from real experiences. The bigger lesson here is that solidarity shouldn't only appear during a crisis. If you want support when life gets difficult, like, you also have to be willing to support others when they are facing challenges. Like, communities become stronger like through, like, consistency and just being there for each other. Not just during difficult time is when people start crying for help from the black people. And at the end of the day, every election is a reminder that voting has a real life consequences, and the decisions people make don't stay on social media. They affect families, jobs, like healthcare system and everyday life. And hopefully this is an experience to encourage more people to think carefully before voting based on slogans or emotions. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video up to this point. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in my next ones. And if you want to see the next video, you have to subscribe. And so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and bye.